with Tamela. Let's laugh and spread love. Tea with Tamela. You're more than enough. Tea with Tamela. Don't ever give up. Tea with Tamela. Come and fill your cup. Tea with Tamela.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Tea with Tamela. I am honored to have here with me today. I'm honored. Look at that. I'm honored to have you here with me today. My co-host.
What's happening, people?
Demario
back
Davis.
again. So
He's
grateful.
back again.
That's just gonna be my intro. Grateful to be here. And
Oh my
those
goodness.
who know. The people who've been with us the journey, they know.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Grateful.
Welcome back.
Truly grateful to be
Was
here.
that a
Thank
song,
you.
right?
That
Who
was Mace.
Mace. All right, Mace.
Came
Welcome
back in the game. He was preaching. Then he came back to the rapping.
I love that. Well, listen, today we are coming to you with all the Q&As that you guys submitted in our inbox. It was fun to go through these questions. So we appreciate you guys like really sending that over. We get to give you some feedback on just how we navigate life, faith, family, food, football, all the things that, Demario and Tam are up to these days.
All the F words.
All the F words. That's it. All the F words. How you feeling about this?
I'm excited. Love Q&A.
Yeah, I love Q&A too. So let's hop right on in.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Dun,
do
dun,
it.
dun, dun.
Let's do it.
Drum roll, please. No. Okay, so question 1 is, how do you stay connected as a couple during football season? This is a good one. I feel like every year I always make this post saying, we interrupt this marriage to bring you
Yeah, you
football
do. That's your
season.
favorite post.
Interrupt the marriage, the family, all the things to entertain the people. No, I'm just joking. But how do we do that? Let me hear. Wait, how do you think we do that?
I think we have an interesting friendship / partnership that we never stop talking. It's like a constant conversation. So it's never like we go days without having good conversation. It's not just like, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, do this, do that. It's like we're always talking. And it's just like, oh, this happened. Let me update you on this. And we go like the same way, like when we talk about some of the questions. I think it's just because we have a natural conversation that even what happens in football season is just those moments we don't have long periods of time together, where there's nothing going on. There's no kids. There's no work that we're just sitting. So in those moments that we get together, I think we just pick up our conversations where we left off.
Yeah, I think it's like football season is busy. Obviously, there's all the hustle bustle, and then with kid activities and all the things, it gets challenging. But I think one of the things that has been beneficial, in my opinion, is like you kind of mentioned, like the friendship component. And you would hope that everybody has that. I've learned that everybody does not have that. And so being able to like catch up as a friend and then as a partner, co-parent, like all the different things kind of help. But then having those intentional times where I always like to say you need a night a week, an hour a day, a weekend, a quarter, and then like a whole week a year as a couple to kind of remain connected. And so finding that intentional time each evening, whether that's once we're in the bed, bath time, like whatever that looks like. Sometimes
we
you're
have
on
bath time, y'all. We have bath time.
bath time.
Like I'm proud of that because I wasn't a bath person.
I'm a bath person through and through.
Yeah. I was always just a shower person. She converted me to a bath person. Like that is like my favorite time of the day now. Like our bath.
Detox bath, magnesium.
Yeah, magnesium, Epsom salt, a little tea tree oil, a hot water. As hot as you can stand it.
Hot as you can stand.
She's made me take baths so much that I can actually stand hot water a little bit more than her now.
Like just fire. Got to baptize you with fire.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So
that's a great time though, because we get a chance to catch up and talk and, 15, 20 minutes, like relaxing.
Yeah.
Mind is at ease and we're able to just kind of talk.
And then I think having consistency the structure
Yeah.
and like a plan for the family.
Yeah.
Because putting the kids in bed and
Yeah.
not like letting them walk all night
Yeah.
kind of helps, you know,
Yeah,
have
getting the
that
kids
time
down
for
7:30.
connection.
7:30, but we let them stay in their room till a certain time.
Yeah.
As long as y'all up in y'all room, they be loud. We still hear them.
I don't like I get overstimulated. That's yeah.
But I think because we have a routine, it's like you'll know I might be on the table, the kids up, you'll go turn on the bath water because you know that's like what's next. Or I'll be off the table and you'll be ripping and running around on a phone call or something, and I'll go run the bath water.
The structure.
Because we have a structure.
The structure.
We almost can anticipate what the other person is thinking.
Yep.
So that works.
Yeah, so that helps with the connection piece. So, question 2 is, did you each always envision having a large family?
You go ahead. Pop that up.
Okay, so for me, I had 2 life plans because I'm all about having a plan and a backup plan, the plan and the pivot plan. And there was one version of myself that I did foresee having a large family with a lot of kids. Then there was another version of myself where I saw me being this strong, single, independent woman living in New York City, just doing life. Maybe with a man, maybe without one, maybe with a kid or 2. Maybe
Sex in the
without.
City.
Sex in the City.
That's
yes.
you.
Living my Carrie Bradshaw life, honey.
Oh,
That was one vision I had. And then there was, if I found the right guy who was faith driven, who had good work ethic, who also wanted to carry the load of a large family, then I wanted 5 kids. And I met you. And I was torn whether or not
that should have been like an intro. That Chicago Bulls,
what
the Chicago Bulls theme song. Standing 6'3", tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh my
Coming
goodness.
straight out of Brandon, Mississippi.
Coming straight to disrupt my whole Carrie Bradshaw life. All of it. All of it's like, yeah, no, this ain't what we doing. We did end up going to New York for a little bit,
Yeah.
but you know.
God gave you it all.
Yes, but I got kind of tricked in the Lion King into having kids, and you know that was a whole thing.
That was a setup for me.
It was the setup. No, that
You
was
set
not a
me up.
setup. You set me up. But I wanted 5 at that point. And if I chose that life and I met you and you were like, why don't we have 6? Or I don't know if you said, why don't you or why don't we? Because we were just friends.
I just said you shouldn't have an odd number of kids because they all need somebody to grow up with.
Yeah. Now
And they really do roll in 2s.
2 by 2 or 3 by 3. Big 3, little 3.
They do roll in 3s and 2s.
Threes
It's
and
interesting
twos.
to see. Like,
It's very interesting.
and that was just like a theory at the time,
yeah.
but like you see it.
So how did you get there? Did you always want a big family?
You know,
Or not?
You know,
Or maybe. Or you
I've
wanted to
never-
live the bachelor life. I'm just going to.
That's all the questions. I actually never thought about a family until I met you. Having a family. I thought about having a son. I think that's just general, like men think like, oh, if I have a son, this is all the
Men want a
stuff I'm gonna
son.
do with my son. But I never thought about necessarily a family in the context, like even when I envisioned. So my dream kind of took place as I got older and was living like football. So MTV Cribs was big. And so I just
MTV Cribs.
and there was like emergence of sports and music. And so it was like I wanted to live like this sports / rapper lifestyle. Just like MTV Cribs. I just always wanted to have the house. I want to be able to open my refrigerator, and at the time, like having all the Cristal bottles was just like an image.
You don't even drink
Don't
Cristal.
drink Cristal at all. But I just saw that. I was like, wanted that. Then you had to have a pool table. Then you had to have some of your homeboys over at the house. I just never, even though I was a loner pretty much. I had a lot of friends, but I've never really rolled with a bunch of people. That just was the vision. And then I met you. And then when I met you, I'm like, oh, this is the first person that I saw who had a plan of like that sounded stable.
I sounded stable. Just so you talk to people who didn't sound stable.
Everybody that
previous?
was in my life was unstable. It was a lot of unstableness going
goodness.
on. Yeah. I mean, but you were, it sounded stable and you had yourself together. And like when you talked about a vision of kids and family, like I started to see like, oh, this is possible. Like, oh, you could do this. Like, and at that point, like I had given my life to the Lord. So I had thought about like having a wife, but then on a wife, okay, well, what's the next step?
What's the next
it's
step?
like, it's not just gonna be somebody that's just coming alongside me that's with my journey. And so as you painted a picture of what a family looks like, I'm like, oh, that sounds appealing. Like I want that life. And so as I was telling you about your life, because we were just talking as friends, I was like, I didn't necessarily see myself with 6 kids, but I wasn't opposed to it. And so I'm like, if I marry you and we get married, then it's gonna be 6 kids. Let's go for it. And we had already started naming the kids.
We did. We started naming the kids relatively soon.
Yeah, Bailey
before
Grace
we even had
Bailey Grace was
some of them. Name some of them.
Was named before she was even thought about being conceived.
Yeah.
And so that was the journey. And so it's interesting that you can have a dream in your head and live it out. And so mine was, being able to play football. But then the next dream was our dream that we created, which was partially yours, and then we attached it on.
I just didn't get to live my Sex in the City life. That's okay though.
You've had Sex in the City moments,
Maybe.
We've been in New York. We've been in the city.
We've been in the city.
Had sex in New York.
Demario, I
it's
see.
Like you getting it
that
all.
That is not the context of that life. You're crazy.
So, but yeah, so I've enjoyed our journey. I've enjoyed making that dream a reality with you.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you so kindly. Okay, so question number 3 is, what would you tell your younger selves about marriage and purpose?
Ooh, you want to kick that out?
Don't do it. Don't get married. Just operate in your purpose. No, I think it comes with a lot of weight and responsibility that sometimes you're not prepared for, because when you're trying to live out your purpose and marriage, it requires a ton of work, intentionality, sacrifices. And with that, I think there's a lot of prep that should be done on the front end that people aren't always equipped with. And I feel like back in the day, like marriage counseling was, you go meet with the person who's going to marry you, you do a little counseling, you ask a few questions. And when I look at it, like in hindsight, I feel like there are so many different layers deep that people don't explore in like premarital counseling that really equips them for how they're going to navigate life together. And so there's a lot of uncovering that should be done about previous lived experiences, childhood trauma, things that I feel like a lot of times, especially if you're doing premarital counseling with certain groups, that they just kind of overlook. And it's like, do you believe in this? It's basic questions. And I'm a deep thinker. I'm a deep processor. Like I want to, again, go root level. I want to undig all the things, because I feel like if you don't do that on the front end, you have to deal with it on the back end. And you're going to deal with something regardless. But I think when you have a lot of that, especially when the purpose and the calling of your life is so big, because I think when we were going through it, like we got engaged before you were ever drafted. And so it's like, yeah, he may go to the NFL, but I wasn't 100% sure if you were really good like that at football. I'm so sorry.
Slip on me, y'all.
I was like, he said he's going to the NFL. I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. And so I think with that, there's a lot of prep that should go into a purpose that's so big, because I think a lot of times, for me specifically, I had a plan of how our lives would look, and it didn't include the NFL. And so when you're living out marriage, family, purpose, and not just purpose of the league, but purpose in your faith walk and things of that nature, there's a lot of shaping and molding, I feel like, that needs to take place on the front end to kind of prepare you for that.
Yeah. I think I have a different outlook than I had when I first got married. You hear this term like, you need to come to the marriage complete. You need to be 100, 100. It's not 50-50. Like both people need to come 100. I think you just should try to get close to 100% of knowing yourself as possible.
Yes,
But
self-awareness.
Yeah, you need to be self-aware so that you know what you're bringing to the table, good and bad, that you can make the other person aware of that. But you also can know what the other person, if they can feel some voids that you have. Like, and what I mean by that is we live in this society where everybody's talking about like, I found my person, this is my soulmate, XYZ. When you come into a marriage, there is a level of dependency that's going to be needed because you need to have a level of, I cannot live without this person. You need that. Like, that's what you have a relationship with God is like, I cannot live without God. I'm nothing without God. If I don't have this element with this person, then it's like, what does you provide that I can't provide for myself? Well, you perfect helpmate for me, y'all. Naturally, I'll just tell everybody this. I'm naturally a very foolish person. My wife is very wise. She's very cautious. She's very slow. She's processed. And I'm just a straight ahead person. Like, if we running through a wall, I'm like, babe, get behind me. We're going through this wall. But she's the type of person to be like, do we have to run through the wall? Like, can we check and see if there are doors or there are windows or there? And it's like, no, let's just run through the wall. That's me. But if I stop and listen, then we get the chance to find out and see all these other things that we didn't even get a chance to explore. I could not do that apart from her. Like, without her, I would just be out here running through walls. Like
you run through people. No.
Like I run through people.
No, just
and but what I mean by that is there's a lot of foolishness in just running through walls. It's very ineffective. It's very inefficient. But with you, I do still have that strength and courage and boldness to run through a wall, but I don't have to. Whereas the only option I would have if I was alone is to run through it. But with you, I become that much more effective. So I think that's what I realized. One, because before I would just be like, you need to have it all together. You need to make sure you hold. I think you need to be aware of yourself. So you know, these are my strengths. Because I didn't know that was a limitation until we got in marriage. I would have been able to tell you that. Like, hey, I'm just a straight ahead person. Like, I struggle. I'm willing to listen but this is an area of deficiency for me. Because I could give you that. And it helps you make a more sound decision of what you're dealing with versus figuring that out later. And that's going to happen in marriage. I think the second part is purpose. You have to figure out what your purpose is together.
Yes, because I think a lot of times people want to only focus on what their individual purposes are. And it's like, well, let's just get on one bandwagon or the other. And it's like, well, you have your individual purposes, but do you also have the collective purpose that if God's bringing you together, that you're supposed to operate in? And
usually that's something that you can only do if you're together. And so it's like, it's something that can't be achieved on your own.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, she could do Sex in the City. She could do a family. I could do football. But being able to touch the world in the way that we're supposed to touch the world, we can't do independently of each other. Like, it requires all that to come together. And I think God uses us in that way because we get a chance we have to deal with each other to discover what that purpose is and to effectively plan out, map it out, and be able to go and execute on it.
That's it. I mean, that's a Cliff Note version. Spark Notes. What was the notes that they gave you?
Spark Notes.
Spark Notes.
Yeah.
Spark Notes.
That's before they had ChatGPT. These kids use ChatGPT now.
You just put it all in AI, see how you navigate it. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of additional conversations that will come in season 2 about navigating marriage and purpose.
I can't wait. I'm telling y'all see, season 2 gonna be lit.
Okay, so football happens on Sundays, a day that most people see it as a day to worship, a day of rest, and like we don't always get that time together. So the question is, how do we navigate that being Christians where, we're doing football while everybody else is kind of family time, church time, all the things.
Yeah, I think being a believer happens more than just on Sunday. And so what we've tried to do is like mix it into our lives. It's so indebted into our lives. Our kids this morning before we left, we had them watching Superbook. That's what they do.
We
in
love
the morning.
Superbook.
Yeah, we
For
love
little
Superbook.
people.
Very, very
Big
done.
people too, but
And I think just making sure that we have time where we do like and this is more family stuff, I think, because that's how we try to make sure like our own individual walk is up to us. And
right.
But as far as like our family, like taking time, we do like a kingdom devotional with our kids. So we stop and sit them down, doing family dining and asking questions, doing memory verses with our kids. So we've just engrafted into our life. And then in the off season, it's kind of like on double time. So we're at church almost every Sunday. And then, Wednesday Bible studies and things like that. And so it's like we try to double time in the off season to kind of catch up. But I think that's the way I kind of view it. It's so ingrained into our lifestyle that it's not just like, oh, we're missing out on church on Sunday, so we're not able to do our faith.
Right. Because it's bigger than just on Sundays. Like it's, I think that's where the religious versus relationship piece comes in. It's like if people are only showing up in their faith walk on Sunday or only feel connected because they're in church or, at some prayer group on Sunday morning or whatever that looks like. But it's having intentional ways that you're going before the throne, whatever that looks like for you each day, connecting with God, finding moments of rest, finding moments of meditation, finding moments where you're able to connect with, the Lord. However, that could be prayer, that could be reading, that could be sermons, and inviting other people into your life to also hold you accountable.
Yeah, you have to have people in your life that's knowing what's going on. And I think we both have our peer groups that we're on the phone with that are going to constantly make sure that you got your faith in the right place. And it's not like, oh, I'm going through this hard season and it's woe is me. It's like, I'm going through this hard season, but God is working it out.
Yep.
And I think that's huge. And I think we have such an open line communication with God that the Bible talks about the prayer of a righteous man availeth much, that when we're synced in prayer and we pray over things, it's almost like the circumstance don't always change, but the way that we feel about it changes.
Yeah.
And so I think that power and that comes from just cultivating a constant relationship with God, not doing these religious things.
Right.
Because at that point, you're just checking the box. And I think we got to get away from this check the box society. The box. Because what you're doing is telling yourself, you're just doing enough to tell yourself you're good.
Yeah.
But you're not really spending time with the underneath things that are down in there if you were to dig.
Yeah. And I'm a check the box person when it comes to a lot of things, but I think your faith walk is one place where you should not be like a check the box person.
You're the total opposite of a check the box person when it comes to your faith.
I love a checklist though.
But you love a to-do list. Yeah, that's how your brain works.
Yes. Okay. So next question is, this season has had its challenges. How do you keep your head up and stay encouraged?
So yes, the season has been challenging. We're currently 2-10 on the season. This would be the hardest season and most challenging season since we were with the Browns, where we only won one game. And man, I can't help but think about how much maturity has happened in my life since 2016. And now we're in 2025. Well, I'm going through a very similar season. Feels like we have a young team. Feels like we can't quite get over the hump and win the game. But I think I have so much more perspective. And when you're in a hard season, number one, the first thing I think about when I'm going through a hard season and it's connected to my faith is, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Because there are two type of hard seasons. There's a hard season that you caused for yourself.
Right.
Meaning you didn't do the right thing. And so you've brought this, whatever is going on, this hard season, and you're dealing with the consequences of your bad action or inaction. And then there's just hard seasons that God allows in your life.
Yeah.
And so I check myself. I check my faith. I check my internal. I check my integrity. I check everything. Okay, everything's good. Okay, then God has this moment happening for a reason. I can rest then. There's nothing for me to fix. It's just enduring the season. And the Bible tells us rejoice when we go through hard times. And so what I started to think is, God, you're using this season to build something in me that I'm going to need later.
Yeah. That's good.
Now, it doesn't make this season easy.
No.
It doesn't change anything. It just gives me perspective. And it's like, okay, well, if God is doing this and he's building something in me, then I can stay. I'm safe.
Right.
I'm not drowning. I'm safe.
Yeah.
And so it's like in the water, if you think you're not safe, you start to panic. I know you don't like water, baby.
I don't like imagining myself panicking in the water.
We're going to get you there.
But that's okay.
But one thing is, all your kids know how to swim.
That's it. Maybe somebody out of the 7 of y'all can save me.
You broke the cycle there. And we're going to get you there, baby.
That's it.
But so you panic. But if I know I'm safe, I don't squirm.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
It's like it doesn't make it easier, but I'm able to endure because I have perspective.
Okay.
And because of that, I'm able to see all these different why. I'm wiser now that I wouldn't have been if I hadn't gone through this season. There are things that I'm seeing now just so clear that I wouldn't have been able to see had I not gone through this with the perspective of God.
Well, I'm so sorry that the season's not going so well, but I do love the perspective that you have. And I think that's very encouraging for so many people.
Yeah.
And maybe next year, Tiger.
Maybe.
Tiger.
Maybe we just keep on pushing.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Okay. So, Demario, what was your welcome to the NFL moment? What was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Do you know my welcome to the NFL moment?
I don't know. I have a couple that's
think?
going in. I don't know. Let me hear yours.
Which one do you think?
So I feel like the one that always comes to my head is when you took my floral luggage on the road game.
That was so bad.
That was really so bad. When I told you, I'm like, Demario, I don't think it's a good idea to take my floral luggage. You're like, oh, it's like a group of men. We're all good. I just need a rolling bag. He was like, I need a rolling bag. I'm like, oh, we could probably run to TJ Maxx and get your rolling bag. Fast forward, I ended up meeting you with, I think, a roller bag and some Popeye's chicken.
Yeah, that was bad. They did me wrong. So I did. That was one I can discuss that one a little more in depth. That was bad. So we go on this road trip. And I just got like my duffel bag. That's kind of like what we carried in college when we traveled, just like duffel bags. And all of a sudden I see one of these veteran guys and he looks so cool getting off the bus and he has a rolling bag. Like rolling bags at this time, now you got to remember when I came in the league, it was 2012. They weren't extremely popular at the time. And so he gets off and he has like his duffel bag on top of his rolling bag and he's just rolling through and it's like, there's no extra grit. He's just kind of gliding through the hotel with his rolling. I was like, man, that looks cool. I want me one of them. I'm like, then I don't think about it till game day. Like, oh, I want a rolling bag. So I was like looking through it, and Tam has this really flowery rolling bag. It's pink,
orange, yellow, all the colors.
Very,
very girlish.
Like, it looks like a bag for Bailey Grace at this point.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm like, I just need this bag. It ain't no big deal. I get another when I get back home. So I put all my stuff in there. Tam was like, I don't think you need to do that. I'm like, man, these guys, they got way more stuff. They getting ready for a game. They ain't worried about what kind of bag I got. So I go up there. I take my bag to my locker. Then I go in the weight room. And when I come back from the weight room, they have found every pink thing in the locker room and put it around my bag. They had a pink foam roller, pink Gatorade towel. They had like all this stuff and made like a station and was like, here's Demario's memorabilia. And then just had the luggage sitting right there in the middle. And like all the guys were cracking up and laughing and taking pictures.
Aww.
And I was like, I called Tam, like, you got to bring me a luggage bag. I can't go on a trip. I can't go on a trip with this. I'm a rookie at the time. I felt so bad.
Oh my God.
I'm like, these guys are so petty to take time to do that.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bullying moment. They bullied me a little bit.
Was that welcome to the NFL?
Yeah, I guess you could say it was welcome to the NFL. Like, oh yeah, they're not just going for anything right here. Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry that happened.
yeah.
Okay, it was Tamela. What made you start a food truck, and what's been the most rewarding part?
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Well, it started just as a way that I wanted to serve the community. I was riding through a park one night and saw that there were a lot of families out there eating. No, they weren't eating. It was dinner time, and they were all just kind of out hanging out. And so I wanted to find a way to encourage family dining, which I felt like something that is becoming just kind of voided out in our society. And so I came up with this idea of Dinner with the Davises. With Dinner with the Davises, it was just a unique opportunity to be able to encourage family dining. And from there, it just turned into this food truck venture where now we are a luxury tailgate event-based food truck.
Luxury?
Luxury. You get a great experience when you have a
Event-based?
Event-based. Oh, yeah. We're not open every day.
Tailgate?
Event-based only.
Food truck.
Yes, and we give you a luxury experience. That's it.
I've seen it. It's elite.
It's elite. Okay, Demario, this is late in your career. What's your why and what keeps you motivated?
You keep me motivated, man.
Thank you. I'm glad you're motivated by me.
I think just walking in what I'm supposed to be doing. At this point, it feels more sacrificial. At one point, like it was just my dream to do it, and I just wanted to have all these things I wanted to accomplish. And then somewhere in there it became bigger than just the goals and things I wanted to accomplish, and became purposeful. And now I think it's sacrificial. I just know that God isn't finished. It's like, okay, God, how much longer are you gonna keep me here?
How much longer,
And
God?
that's what I'm asking Him after every season, because it is sacrificial, because it takes away from. Our kids are getting older.
Yes.
And they have things going on, and it requires a lot of time and, recovery. And I still love playing, but it just becomes sacrificial. And I still enjoy doing it. We have a lot of things that we could be doing.
Yes.
That we sacrifice to continue to come back to the game. And, but we'll be here as long as God has us here. We're not running away from it. We're not, holding on to it longer than we're supposed to. We're just keeping our ears open to what God wants. And right now, we know we're in the right place, and we know we're doing what we're supposed to do. And it's bearing the fruit that it's supposed to be bearing.
Yeah.
And it's a branch that don't need pruning yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. And we're grateful for it.
Yeah. Very grateful. Very grateful.
Very grateful for it.
It takes so much work to be able to even get here. It takes even more work to even be able to stay here.
Yes.
And I think it takes so much more than even can be described to balance it all.
Yeah.
The football, the family, the community, the businesses. It takes even more. But we're great partnership.
Great partnership.
Great things are
Great partnership.
Great things are possible.
Okay, last two questions. We're going to wrap this up really quickly. Does your family have any fun traditions for game days? We have donuts on game day morning. It's a circus trying to get everybody ready and out of the house by 9:30 because the game, we try to leave and be at the stadium by 11, an hour before kickoff. Most of our games are at noon, but donuts are one of our traditions. Fun outfits to cheer daddy on is always. I like to match people together, match my people together. So
then everybody comes down on the field after the game.
And then coming on the field after the game is a highlight for them. I feel like they miss half the game. I'm so sorry. They are just like checked out after you run out of the tunnel, and by the end of first quarter, they're like, when do we go on the field?
Yeah, that's what they'll be waiting on.
That's something that gets them excited for sure.
Yeah.
And those are our traditions. Then we, after the game, go home, and then sometimes we go out for dinner afterwards. But that's that. And the last question is, what's one dream you both share that hasn't happened yet?
Oh. I think it's one of the places that you want to.
What? Visit?
Places you want to visit, places that you want to get.
Yeah, I think those are some of them.
What city?
Scotland? What, to visit?
Let's do visit.
Oh, to Scotland is top of my list to visit.
That's next for us.
And then
If we get a second property, where would you want it to be?
New York. I'm going to the concrete jungle, baby.
Back to Jersey. Jersey, we coming home at some point.
No, I mean just a secondary property, maybe. We love going to New York.
And how long will we stay there?
I don't know. We'll see. Step by step. Maybe the summers. Something
Summer
like
property?
that. I don't know. What's something else? Like just outside of places, outside of properties. Is there anything else?
To get all these kids grown and gone. We say 18 more years.
18 more years.
I think that's the most rewarding thing is what type of legacy that we can leave in them. And we only have them before we shoot them out for so long.
Yeah.
Like Bailey is 12. And so I think that's a dream, right?
That's a dream.
That's a dream.
That's a dream.
Because I think it's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of work.
A lot of intentionality. And I think it requires both of us to be on point. Like that can't be achieved solo. Like you can get the kids grown and gone independently, but it's gonna be they're gonna have we say we're gonna have to put something in they what is it, like their trauma fund?
Oh yeah. They need a therapy fund, a college fund, car fund.
Yeah, they're gonna have to have a therapy fund regardless, but we can minimize that by making sure that we raise more. I think that's the dream. Is to get all them grown and gone.
Grown and gone. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I saw something the other day that I really loved is you don't have to kick the kids out or put the kids out until they get married.
I'm okay with that.
That's different.
It's
I saw
different,
that, but I was like,
I'm okay with
I
it.
love that.
I like that too.
Why make the kids leave? Like you get 18 and you got to go. Like, no. Like, I ain't gonna just leave you to go out and struggle and find it the hard way. Like when you get your spouse, then yeah, y'all got to go. Y'all can't be living up in here. But until then, we got you.
I got you. I got all 6 of y'all. Forever and a day.
You like that?
I love it.
Come on, see?
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me, answering these questions that people sent in. And I am looking forward to season 2.
It's going to be lit, y'all. It's going to be lit.
It's going to be lit.
Thank you for the tea.
Got a lot more tea where it came from. Thank y'all so much for joining us for another episode of Tea with Tamela. We are almost to the finish line of season 1.5. I have a very special guest who's coming in next, who is such a powerhouse. You guys are going to enjoy hearing her story. But until then, we'll see y'all next time. Be sure to subscribe to YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast feed from. But we are thrilled to have y'all join us. And looking ahead, get excited, y'all. Get very, very excited about season 2. See y'all soon.
Tea with Tamela. Let's laugh and spread love. Tea with Tamela. You're more than enough. Tea with Tamela. Don't ever give up. Tea with Tamela. Come and fill your cup. Tea with Tamela.